How's everybody doing today out there? Wanted to go ahead and start off today by talking about hard work. So I put on there's no substitute for working hard. And that's what I want to go over. Like I said, I'll just say it. I mean, there's no substitute for working hard. Working hard is hard work, which is pretty obvious. But I guess my point is that, hey, Holly, how you doing? If you want to be successful, you're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to work hard. Here's the thing is I talk about with this opportunity that I'm doing that it's super easy. It's copy and paste. I make money on the Forex market with a product that I literally copy and paste trade signals and I make money doing it. It's true, so I can definitely sit there and tell you that. But the fact is that you still have to make the step forward. You have to contact me. You have to sign up. You have to, fill out the registration. You have to go ahead and download the app on your phone. You have to go ahead and sign up with a broker, something that a lot of people haven't done. I saw a video that a guy did. It took him 2 weeks to sign up with a broker account, and it was just, it was fear. He was just, it was just uncomfortable. It was something he hadn't done before. Tony, how are you doing? Keith, good to see you. So I guess the point is you have to be willing to do today what others won't. So tomorrow you'll have what others don't. You have to get over this whole fear of failure thing. If you want to be successful, you have to be willing to fail 100 times over, fall on your face to have a fraction of what you want. And so many people just aren't willing to get outside of their comfort zone and do that. And that's where you're going to get it. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, believe it or not, I've got 2 college degrees, and I can tell you of all the classes I've ever taken, I have never seen a class on how to improve myself, and I am lucky enough that, my parents were great role models. I got a chance to watch them and see what they did. I was the youngest of 5 kids, and my mom made breakfast for all of us every morning. She did all of our laundry, right? We came home and we would all sit at the dinner table every night, and she had dinner prepared for us. On top of that, my dad owned about 124 rental units. She took care of all of that. She would have 15 plus messages every single day on her machine of an issue that she had to deal with, one of the renters. And she did it. She made it all work. And then on top of that, we had a pretty good sized house, and that house was spotless. So, I was lucky. I had a good role model, and I understand that, unfortunately, not everybody has that in their life. Not everybody's parents modeled what they want for their life. So whether your parents didn't, or just right now, if you're currently in a place where, where your life isn't where you want it to be, then I'm going to tell you right now, in order for you to make that change, you need to start making a change about yourself. You need to work on self-mastery. So, my question is right now, what books are you currently reading, right? What 4 books are you currently reading, and here's the thing. A lot of us probably are like, what are you talking about? I'm not reading any books, and that's the problem. School, unfortunately, pushed reading on us so hard with all these other types of books that we think that, oh, you know what? I graduated from school. I don't need to read. I'm done with that. It's over. And you're missing out on all the great things that are in there, that are out there. And, to actually pick up a book that you don't have to read and go after a book that is about something that you're interested in and read it. Just take the time to do that. Start doing that. Here's my other point. Do you ever wonder why there are so many C students out there that are super famous and successful? you know? Well, here's the thing. What's more valuable? What's more valuable than intelligence? And what I would say, hey, Shania, how you doing? What's more valuable than intelligence? And I would say more valuable than intelligence is energy, right? This is what makes the world go round, right? This is what the world is made up of. It's made up of energy. So how do you get more energy, right? The way you get more energy is sweat. So when your body produces sweat, it produces more energy. Energy will give you drive, and drive can basically change your life, right? So how do you change your life? Well, you change your life by raising your standards, right? How do I raise my standards? You raise your standards by changing what you surround yourself with, So my dad, grew up with nothing on the south side of Chicago, right? And he changed his life because he surrounded himself. He became a caddy on a country club golf course. So he surrounded himself with successful men. Granted, he was just the caddy, but he surrounded himself. This poor kid on the south side of Chicago decides he wants to be a dentist, right? Where does that come from? I'll tell you where it came from. Because he met a successful guy on a golf course that was a dentist. And he decided, hey, you know what? That's what I want. And he went after it. Here's the other thing. I know that, right, it's easy to talk about that, and maybe everything I'm saying, it makes sense. And you're like, okay, you know what? I want that, right? But I have all this fear built up in me. I don't want to get out there and do it, right? How do I overcome that fear? Well, there was a study done on world-class athletes, and what they found is they talked to these world-class athletes. What's the difference between a world-class athlete and a normal person? Well, I'll tell you what the difference is. So when the world-class athlete is sitting there and they're getting ready for this huge event and they've got millions of people, looking at them, and it's this big thing, and they all got interviewed. Doesn't that scare you? Aren't you fearful? Doesn't that freak you out? And they all answered the same way. They said, no, I'm excited. And here's the thing, that feeling that you have in the pit of your stomach when you're trying something new and you're stepping out of your box, right? And you're about to go do something that you are not comfortable doing, right? Everybody has that feeling. That feeling is human, right? But the people that became the most successful in our world, they changed what they interpreted that feeling from being fearful to being excited. So from now on, when I get on with you guys and I'm trying to share this and I'm trying to share my experience about, how I make money on the Forex, definitely hope that, you get a chance, PM me for interest. I would love to tell you more. Again, it is easy to copy and paste, but you do have steps you have to go through. But I'm just going to be excited. I'm not going to be fearful of talking to you about it. I'm going to be excited about it because it's great. So, that's my message for you today. Just go out there and do the things you haven't done before and be excited about doing it. Everybody have a great day. Thanks. Bye.